to another video.
Yes, indeed. I think we have another new avatar today.
Yes, Avatar of
Air, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We got a little bit of a proxy, but that's okay. I am. I don't know if you want to agree or not, but I am super pro proxy. I think it's absolutely acceptable if you are missing a card or two.
Yeah, especially with the price of the Avatar of Air. So
yeah, and on top of it, I think the avatar should be accessible anyways. Like, I don't understand why those cards aren't just readily available to everybody. So with that out of the way, let's get into the video and the deck tech. So here we have one of our... So JS is playing the Shrink the Frog deck. This is a pretty famous deck. I think you can see from the views and the likes on this guy's page here.
Yeah, Tolstoy.
Count Tolstoy.
Yeah.
I have certainly heard about this deck. I've never seen it in action, actually. And as much as we'll talk about the cards, I think we were saying, highly recommend that you find the page and you read his primer. Just to show you very quickly, he put a lot of information into this thing, so please take the time to read it. This is really impressive, and I really recommend that you read this primer. But in the meantime, we can still talk about the card spin.
Yeah.
So Atlantean Fate, honestly, if you're playing blue or water, I should say, I think you should just put this card in the deck. Like, it's insane.
It's wrecked me so many times, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where it's a unique, so you're only going to see it occasionally, but still, I would consider Feast for Crowing this card if I knew I was playing against it.
Yeah.
It's just a horrifying thing. So Shrink the Frog, I believe, obviously must come from the fact that you're playing Battlemage.
Playing
and
Shrink.
Have the card Shrink, which, makes anything, even avatars, have 0 power, which lets you come in and pretty much kill with all your stuff, or just do serious damage, right? So I'm sure a big part of the deck has to do with that.
And it has your favorite card too, Ruler of Thal.
Yes, of course. Oh, Alvar.
And I mean, the Merlin, just really great for the card advantage.
Yeah. So air water actually is very exciting to me. I don't know, side note. I think it's a really awesome combination. But yeah, sorry.
No, with the Merlin, it's just with the 3 threshold, might be a little tough to cast, but I mean, he's got the cores and stuff to help in the mixes.
And
so I think,
Oh, you know what? Geez, actually, seeing the mixes and the Phase Assassin, I think I did see this deck. I'm pretty sure. Is there a video from this of the Sorcery Con where he goes on turn 1 in the finals?
Yeah, I think that was this deck actually.
Yeah, okay, turn 1 in the finals. I think if it's this guy and this deck, it was turn 1, sight, mix air, crack into Phase Assassin, put it right on your avatar or something, or right next to the avatar.
Yeah.
Because the opponent's first sight has to be where the avatar is. So then you just attack for 3 right away.
Yeah, it was a disgusting.
Yeah, really strong. And I think, good God. If I'm not mistaken, too, in turn 3, he Feast for Crowed and named Guy or Hippogriff, I think. He named something, and the guy had 1 or 2 in his hand. It was just
it was disgusting.
I remember. I remember.
I remember.
Yeah. But I'll just to say, I'm talking about Guy or Hippogriffs really fast. This is a solid airborne charge for 3. Like, this card is really insane also. Like, you might be turned off if you don't understand from the 4 for 3 attack, but the airborne and the charge goes a long way.
Especially charge, but the airborne's like a bonus.
Yeah. Okay, Screaming Skull is so beautiful when it comes to Battlemage too, just to say, whenever a bear attacks it kills an enemy, untap. So this plus Shrink, right? You make the thing 0, attack it, take no damage, untap.
Draw.
And you draw from Battlemage's ability.
So it's just like crazy card advantage, hoping
to see some crazy stuff in this game. Let's see what the Avatar of Air guy is doing. This is Jerome, I believe, playing Avatar of Air. So the Avatar's ability is really interesting to me, right? Like, just the ability to move around and save your guy, create new site opportunities. Really interesting Avatar.
Especially like near the late game where you might be at death's door. So you might want to really get away like a lot easier.
And of course, projectiles put an end to all fun, but let's not talk about that right now. So another air deck here, but we got Earth to go with it. So of course you got your Pudge Butcher, like of course, and your Spider, I'm sure.
Yes, the Spiders is of course. I also like the Vampire.
Yeah,
it's great for life gain,
So very important. It's still happening in our videos because our videos are recorded from a while ago. So we didn't understand the ruling yet. So, but now we do. That striking, the specific way it's worded, doesn't count for sites. So in the same way that you wouldn't lose your Lance token when you attack a site and get the extra power, this guy won't gain you life. Or this girl won't gain you life from striking a site, because a site. I think attacking sites just creates life loss. right?
Loss of life versus
which versus damage or striking, right? So which is the same thing to keep in mind as a side note with witch.
Yeah, it's
right?
a loss of life. It's not dealing damage.
Exactly. So you can't kill them from death's door with the -2. So loss of life versus striking, very important to remember. Happy to see Royal Bodyguard. We don't see this card quite enough, and honestly, 4 for 4.
Say that twice.
4 for 4. Right?
And I like I like the fact of it's the name itself. Bodyguard is just protecting your avatar. So it's just doing
Yeah, I mean, geez, I should probably consider putting this in my Templar deck. Just the double earth.
And it's elite, so you could play too. So it's kind of
Double Earth scares me in a 4-color deck, though, but here it looks like it's pretty strong. Sir Boris the Younger, a knight that I don't play in my Templar deck, but ranged is good. Honestly, I underestimate ranged. You can tap it, there's basically a shoot a projectile that goes the number of spaces equal to the ranged number.
Yeah, it's just I don't play with ranged. It's just I'm not, like I said, I don't understand it. It's just like I don't maybe appreciate it enough for what it can do.
But looking at the card though, 3 costs for 4/2. That means you can play it. I gotta put this in my Templar deck. This is insane. It costs 3, so it costs -1. With 2 costs 4/2. Okay, but it dies easily. But still, range is interesting for sure. Dalcian Phalanx too. Honestly, like it only moves 4, but 4 for 5/5. It's the same thing as the Autumn Unicorn, right? 3 for 4/4.
Yeah.
Stats are just really strong. So this looks like it's going to be a really good game. I'm really curious to see how this plays out. So let's take a look here.
So, going back to the proxy thing, and, especially like the alpha avatars, they're quite pricey.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're new to the game, especially with the fact that there's not really much pre-con decks available currently, so it's like proxying certain cards.
Might be your only out.
Like, let's say if there's a particular card, we all know like Ring of Morgan is good, but let's say if you're a new player and you're like, I don't want to spend X amount of money yet. I want to see if it's worth.
Does it really do it for me?
Does it really do it for me? Like, so I'm okay with that.
Of course, like, in a real tournament with things on the line, of course, you should own the real cards. Absolutely. But I mean, we're playing casually. We're playing for fun. We're just meeting up every week. You want to try a thing and you can't because your wallet's not big enough. Doesn't make any sense to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Now look, if you want to go the extra mile and print in color, it helps for sure. But again, it's like our goal, even with Magic, has always been, and I'm very proud to say with Magic Old School, we are definitely the most inclusive group in terms of cards and proxies. And I'm very proud of that. And I'll metaphorically, I'll fight anybody about proxies. If you don't like proxies, I just think you're wrong and you're hurting the game. So. Most of the time, right, also, when you have proxies, it's just the next logical step is to buy the card.
Yeah.
So it's like you're going to end up buying it eventually anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyways, let's focus on the game here. So Battlemage, Shrink the Frog, both deck lists looked really strong. They look really cool. I'm really excited to see what happens here.
Because I saw this deck and I was like, wow, this looks really interesting. Shrink the Frog. I was like, man, I want to try to build it. I want to experience this deck. And now I haven't built it, but I mean, now I get to see it in action again.
Vicariously. So, I notice everyone holds their sights straight up, except for me. I like to hold it sideways. It's a bit awkward in the hand, but I like to see the cards in their proper orientation.
It's like we just played a game before doing a commentary now, and I really underestimated like Battlemage is like 3.
The 3 power.
It's that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's bananas.
Like in the last video, I was even hyping the Templar having 2 power, and like just that 1 more than 1 is really good. Now it's like 1 more than 2 is 2 more than 1, and this is just basic math. But it's really really terrifying. Yeah. And then you I giganticism.
Yeah, so you
attack for 9.
Yeah, that's
half your life. And Battlemage is just like a terrifying card in general. Like we were even saying, like Jerome played a game off camera a couple weeks back at our meetups. I think he played 2 sites. He played 2 sites to connect the bridge in the middle, and then just got in and with like his overpower and other things like this, just an early thunderstorm. I like it. I mean, with the tower, Dark Tower gives the extra mana, right?
Yeah, exactly. If it's your only one in play,
so it's basically
1 extra this turn.
Just guaranteeing the 3 damage, right? Pretty good. I like that. I actually like that a lot. I have to think about doing that. I gotta build a Spark Mage deck, honestly. When Annie was playing it against me, last week. It was really interesting. For some reason, I was saying like I didn't fully picture what that avatar was doing, and then when she started doing its thing, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
That's
I actually
really
have a deck built if you want.
Oh,
to
yeah,
play
okay.
there. Yeah, we'll play after this match. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, nice. The cores are always so good.
Yeah.
Are they all by Melissa Benson?
Yeah, all 4.
Nice.
Yeah.
It fell off the wall, unfortunately, but I used to have her Shivan Dragon back there. Now I have well, and that might actually just be back. Okay. We're getting distracted here. Plume Pegasus.
Yeah, it's just I hope that maybe you come to Canada at one point for
Melissa?
signings.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Like I could literally throw like 1,000 cards at her.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like, look, I think we're in a strong position to be Canadian partners in a sense with Eric's Curiosa, host tournaments for them or something. And if we do, I don't see any reason why we can't maybe work with even Mike Savardi there, the guy who has connections with the artists, to maybe make a serious event. Like I think if we can work out the logistics of that, it could be really awesome. And honestly, Melissa would be at the top of that list, I think. Yeah,
I did meet Drew Tucker.
Oh yeah,
yeah. A while back, you were.
That event there, I wasn't able to.
Such a nice, like, I mean, kind. Like we were talking for like 2 hours almost. It was like ridiculous.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh, here, check it out. The Avatar of Air using its ability to get away from that thunderstorm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's doing its thing already. I'm curious to see like Battlemage with the skulls.
The Screaming Skull?
Yeah, the Screaming Skull. Just go in, bash, untap,
draw card,
bash.
Draw card.
It's like, that's disgusting.
I was watching a show called Mr. In Between. By the way, just as a side note, probably the greatest TV show I've seen in the last 10 years. Definitely the best thing that's come out of Australia. It's an insane show. And I've learned from that show that when they're talking about beating on people, like they use the word bash. Like, it's not a term that I've heard often in North America. And but like this guy got bashed, I bashed that guy. It's interesting. So I like that word. I'm trying to say it's a good word. A little plug for Mr. In Between, and also. So I think Jess is inclined to move that thunderstorm now, right? Yeah. Of course. He's got some good targets here.
He's got 1 out of 2 chance to at least. No,
well, unfortunately, it had to move there at the end of his turn, so it's not doing anything. But now with the plumed airborne, it can go and kill that dire hippogriff, and the avatar can maybe even fly away again.
Yeah,
I think they're on a second windmill, right? I believe. I think the card underneath is another windmill, so it is an air site, so it does activate the avatar's ability. A bit of a suspicious placement of that dire hippogriff, considering it can just get killed by the plume, right? Unless it was on purpose, but
it's hard to say.
Yeah, I'd be inclined to play.
I'd be like, why didn't he play it on the other side? I'm wondering. Okay, Barrage.
Yeah, let's kill that thing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. You have to get rid of it.
I'd be curious to hear from JS maybe in the comments or something about like why play it and not attack, why not play it somewhere where it was safe, if it was just a brain fart, if there was a reason.
Or maybe he
wanted to get the plume to come in.
Because maybe the thunderstorm?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the turn.
Oh, true. It would. Yeah, it would risk his own guy.
Yeah.
But, I'd still kind of be inclined to playing it in grid 9. Okay, Pudge Butcher over there. That might be a preemptive defensive placement, because right now it's not really doing anything, but now it basically shuts off JS's ability to play things at grid 8 and 9, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, it could shoot a projectile, but it could either go one direction or the other, so... Because I noticed, like, a lot of people, when I play against them, they put always the Butcher in the back row. Okay. 9 times out of 10.
Interesting.
So that's, like, the first time I see a placement that far up.
Yeah.
With
but come to think of it, that card, Pudge Butcher and Nelly both seem like they could be really interesting with not Nelly necessarily because of the requirement for water, but
the water.
But Pudge Butcher seems interesting with the Avatar of Air, because you can put the Pudge Butcher somewhere not in line, but put it on an air site, and then with the Avatar move it into line with something.
If you occupy an air site, you may fly on top of
a unit that's on top of an air site to another site. So if you put
but the Butcher being immobile.
Yeah, because it's the avatar moving it. So immobile means it can't move by itself,
that's
but it
true.
can still be forced to move. Same with the giant, the slumbering giantess, right?
Yeah.
It can't do anything while it's asleep, but if you force it to move,
Ping it,
even if you blink it or something, it can still move. So very important to remember.
I didn't really, the Avatar of Air is not something, I think it's probably one that's really overlooked just because of how limited access there is to it.
Yeah. I have an Avatar of Air deck built over there, but it's not sleeved yet, so I'm not going to be using it today with you, but I do have it built if you want to take a look to see what I'm doing differently.
So I'm wondering, what's going to be the play here?
So that Thunderstorm was really cool on the first turn, but it hasn't really done anything since, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay, playing a phase assassin. So the butcher can't target the assassin. It's not in the same region, so I'm wondering what. Thunderstorm going to the graveyard.
Yeah, sad times for all damage dealing fans out there.
That's why I like the void walks, because you're not in the same region, so if there's like projectiles and stuff, or
that one is a bit confusing. It's true that the void is a different region, but like you would think that the pudge would be able to shoot the projectile into there, but you can't. Obviously, you can't.
Yeah, it's just
so projectiles just fall into the void, right? If they should enter the void, they just fall. Right?
Yeah, I'm guessing. Use your imagination.
Yeah,
if they fall, fizzle.
But now JS, I mean, what's his name? Jerome can play a site on site 6.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you could play a site there if you wanted to,
and it would turn it into a pudgeable environment. Which again sounds suspicious, right? Like, why would why play it in site 1 and 6 instead of 1?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, blink. Okay, I was gonna say because you can't use the Avatar of Air ability there.
I was like,
but damn, that's a 5 damage on that on the Battlemage if he chooses to activate her. Yeah, I just built a deck that I haven't put together yet in paper, but it's an elementalist deck with some knights.
Mm-hmm.
So trying a different route with the knights, but I put Kythera Mechanism.
Yeah,
you control all random
outcomes. Yeah.
So that card with Headless Haunt.
Yeah,
it's like it transports to a random void, but it's like
you decide where
random spot, whatever.
Yeah, so that's like I've seen a lot, like the mechanism with Headless Haunts and stuff. Where
or even the 13 treasures, right? Like whenever you draw it, it teleports to a random void or rubble.
Yeah.
But like, imagine you pick it up and then you just teleport it right next to it and pick it up again. Teleport, pick it up again.
Yeah.
Like with the Kythera, so I'm really excited to put that deck together. Actually, the Elementalist.
I was looking at those 2 cards. I was like, "This is interesting."
Yeah, like I'm tempted by the 13 treasures for sure, but I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want to draw 1 card and then it teleports to grid 18, and then the opponent gets the benefit. So
I'll sell you mine for $1 million.
I actually opened a foil with you the first day we opened boxes.
A foil at 13? Yeah.
No. Kythera. Sorry,
Kythera,
sorry, Kythera. Yeah, 13. I have just a regular. Mix Air. I'm honestly, the mixes are growing on me quite a bit. I definitely started off in Camp Core.
I started picking up a little bit more mixes. At first, I was not really sold, but then playing our last game when I had like Conquering Worm and stuff, and it's just like having like 1 core in your deck, not having any mixes to like wrap into it was kind of slow. So I'm slowly growing into them. They do have a place in a lot of decks. Some don't, but. I think it's like a lot of decks where you start to see like the 6, 7 mana cost. Unless your plan is just to like dump your whole hand and you have like a lot of card draw advantage.
Mm-hmm. Which is, honestly, it's
grapple shot.
Yeah, that you use it to finish off the pudge. The pudge, like we were saying with the Templar deck, right? The mixes being better than the cores because like turn 1 site plus mix, turn 2 site. So it's 2 sites plus the Templar's ability is like 3 plus the mix is 6. So you can get a Sir Pellinor on turn 2, Sir Lancelot on turn 2, Sir Galahad on turn 2, Sir Mordred on turn 2. Like, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Pure filth. Decks like Fury Road, I guess, things that are like 3 and 4 cost charge, like the mixes are still good, but
Feels bad.
yeah, like you're happier to get that monstrous lion on turn 3 through a core than to use 2 cards to get the.
Yeah, I'm always happier to like, to accelerate into like an imp or something that's versus then drawing a mix. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, the cores let you play like 2 things in the aggressive low to the ground decks, whereas the mixes let you play your big guys early. So it's like you got to pick which route you're going.
Yeah.
Now, of course, in the Strength of Frog list, I think we saw that he was playing both. He's playing Amethyst, and he's playing 2 cores and 2 airs.
Yeah. And a stone.
And a what?
And a philosopher's stone.
Oh.
Yeah. So
sure. Yeah. There's only 2 cards that are dual threshold, so there's a lot of value from that stone. Ring of Morrigan, because you ever heard of Ring of Morrigan?
No,
never heard of that card.
No, is it good?
Yeah. It does a couple of things here. It does a couple of things there.
And let's see what's going on here. Battlemage doing its thing.
We haven't seen Shrink yet, though.
No.
We haven't seen any frogs get shrunk.
Shrink, is that an elite?
It looks like it. He's playing 2. Exceptional.
So. I think it's 4 beta boxes. I only opened 1.
1? Yeah. Well, exceptional is
4. Yeah, but you would think in 4 boxes you would at least have 2. It's crazy the clumping in those beta boxes.
Okay, we got a Highland Princess. Everyone's my mom actually has a friend, and she looks like the Highland. Well, in my opinion, she looks like the Highland Princess. So whenever I
red hair and all,
not the red hair, just like the facial structure, kind of looks like her a little bit. And
okay, getting the ring.
Yeah. Actually,
let's see.
As a side note. But anyways, get back to the game here. Yeah. So I mean, the Highland Princess, I guess it pretty much gets the core, like the stone and the ring, the most.
Well, the Highland Princess is really good. I mean, obviously, we all know this. You could fetch the mechanism.
You can, yeah. So yeah, 100%.
You could fetch any of the cores. You could fetch any of the mixes.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's 1 or 2 other.
Well, even like just a rock, right? We don't see that card nearly enough, but just a rock, you know what that does?
Yeah. It turns banishes the artifact and then
gives them the rock.
Gives them rock. Here you go, kid.
It's like a Santa Claus lump of coal, You've been a bad boy.
Yeah.
So the ring is who has the ring? I guess it's the avatar, right? If we put it on the left side, it implies that the avatar is holding it.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I put it on the left side to just to avoid like flooding the board a lot.
Yeah, I don't remember where we first saw that, but it wasn't us who created that idea. We definitely saw that in some. It might have been the Sorcery Con videos,
but it could also have been like TTS.
Oh, interesting.
TTS, maybe people put on the sides.
Yeah, just in case anyone's curious, TTS is Tabletop Simulator. It's an app. You can get it on Steam, and it's like it's like a simulator for almost every tabletop game. And whoever programmed the Sorcery one did a really good job. I mean, you can really.
So, not much really going on right now. We'll see what happens.
Battlemage got in there with a variety of things. I mean, the Pudge Butcher actually, it's 5 damage, but it kind of helped it get in a little bit closer, right? So,
yeah.
Gotta wonder if pudging a Battlemage is the right idea. You know what I really want to get, actually? I want to use my dust. I want to get the Pudge Butcher promo that you can buy on the... Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen the promo code, yeah.
It's like nasty-ass back. All those ripples.
Yeah, I love the color... Out of space there, it's...
What's the website, the official Sorcery website?
I'm not sure. So I think...
sorcerytcg.com.
Yeah. Jazz is just attacking. Swinging in with the Battlemage. He's like...
When it comes to that guy, you should definitely...
Hmm. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, he does have the threshold to play the browse.
Here we go. Where is... I'm a little bit distracted. I want to see the... Oh, what's this? Is that his hand?
No, browse.
Oh.
See if you're focusing.
Yeah,
on
if
the
I was
game.
paying attention.
Yeah, if you're paying attention.
I was doing my job. Oh, honestly, the playmats aren't that expensive. On it, well, like dust-wise. I mean, I guess they are, but...
Well, it's only a half mat. They're like considered half mats, not a full... Well, my impression is it's not a full mat. Maybe somebody can write in the comments on the dust.
Oh, no, they are half mats.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're half.
It's a bit dirty. Look at this fucking thing.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing, but even the sorcerer from promo is nice.
Mm-hmm.
What did he pick? He picked the Dalcian?
Yeah, Dalcian. Which I get. Protect your avatar.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you're saying, the 3 power on the Battlemage is honestly... Oh, he has the Screaming Skull now. Yeah. But it's okay, because he can't kill the Failings. Well, he can if he plays any spell, right? He pings it for 1. Oh, no, he's got to ping it for 2. Well, he could use his Highland Princess. I mean, she's basically done her job, right? She can attack the Failings for 1, play a spell to ping it for 1, attack it with the Battlemage, kill it, untap.
Well, the Battlemage has, Battlemage has the ring, so...
Yeah, so I'm saying, like, he has to play one spell.
Cast a spell, then...
To ping it, attack it with the Princess, and then he can attack. Honestly, ring plus Battlemage. I'm not playing ring in my Battlemage. Like, and you were even saying, like, don't you lose a lot of life being the Battlemage? And it's like, you do. And I was justifying it by saying, like, I'm going to deal a lot of other damage elsewhere. Yeah. But yeah, just the ring to gain the life back is crazy. Wow. Yeah. Jeez.
Seems so simple. I think
he's doing it?
I think he's doing it.
Yeah. What did he play, though? He played tactical move. 1 at a time, each ally takes up to 2 steps. If only that card said draw a card,
Yeah, but that's flanking maneuver. I think that's moving that chess knight's move.
And you can draw
You draw a card.
Flanking maneuver draws you a card.
Flanking maneuver.
Wow.
Yeah, look on the Curiosity, you'll see it's great.
My good God, yeah.
So not looking good for Jerome right now.
How do you feel about that? A chess knight's move away. I mean, it really implies like you need to understand how chess works, right?
But I mean, a quick Google search too will also provide you.
Yeah.
It's basically like an L.
Yeah,
1, 2, and then 1 to the left or to the right.
Exactly.
Or 1 and then 2 across, depending on how.
But that being said, also just to say, playing chess will make you a better sorcery player. Like if you play chess, you understand game pieces, you understand positioning, you understand movement, and those are all things that are extremely important in being a good sorcery player. So also just chess is just good for life in general.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of chess, but with work now.
Yeah, it should happen. Yeah,
between magic and sorcery and all this other stuff, I gotta choose my.
You gotta choose. But that's okay because like chess just creates the foundation, right? So if you don't play it anymore, the fact that you did already gave you the foundation. Oh, flanking maneuver is drawn by Tony Scudlow, I think it's pronounced. He does a lot of really awesome islands in Magic from like the pre-modern era. I'm actually a big fan of his islands. So another just awesome artist.
So I wonder what Jerome's going to do here at this point. He's counting.
Yeah. Those multiple swings from the Battlemage really help get Jerome's life super low.
Mm. Yeah, surprised you're not playing a ring in your Battlemage deck.
No, I just oversight. Yeah. A total oversight, yeah. Okay, Rolling Boulder. Always like seeing this card. Give it a push. So, That's what I mean. It rolls as far as possible. Does that mean that it'll roll until the void and then fall into the void?
No, it stops at the last site.
So you can just pick it up again?
Yeah. So it's just tap, roll the boulder, you know.
As far as possible. So yeah. Okay.
As far as possible.
So possible would mean up until the void.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I guess, yeah, it would just fall into the void, right? And then that's the end of it.
Let's see.
Interesting. Though it looks like it might be a bit slow in this game. Oh my god, he has the Atlantean Fate. You know, it does strike me as a bit odd to see a card like Atlantean Fate, like it seems which is like a control card, in an aggressive deck like this. But that's just maybe a Magic concept, right? That I'm projecting onto this game, and maybe it's not actually relevant.
Well, I mean, the Genesis ability. I mean, you're submerging all the minions.
Yeah, it opens up a path, right?
Like it opens like this huge path. So worst case, if someone spells it, it still has the Genesis ability,
Genesis
so
ability.
it's still like a pretty good card. You can nail 4 sites, submerge all the minions there.
It also does wreck their threshold, right?
Yeah,
like,
so I mean,
Jerome just lost 3 earth and 1 air.
Yeah, so I mean,
that's okay. Yeah, never mind. I take it back. I have to stop evaluating this game compared to Magic.
It's not at all. I too, when I was like, oh, this is like this, and this is. And it's
the similarities,
but there's a lot of differences, especially with the layers, with the burrowing
and the regions
and voids. And
oh yeah, as soon as they introduced the grid to the game, it changed everything for real. Yeah. So I mean, So Jerome's on death's door, so it's not looking too good for him. But I will say that we still managed to see some really interesting movement through the Avatar of Air, right? It saved him like 6 life through Thunderstorm at the beginning of the game. It opened up a lot of interesting site placements. So despite what's currently happening, I still think it was a nice little display of the Avatar of Air's ability.
Yeah.
Okay, Wyvern. Protect.
I love the curio of that card. Oh, it's...
I have not seen it.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It's I've seen a few of them for sale on several like Discord and so on. It's
is it alpha or beta or both?
But I think probably the beta.
Broken website.
So going back to the match.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find it in the meantime.
Let's see what Jerome's going to do here.
Damn. The website's not working. That's really awkward. Oh. Oh well. You'll have to show me after. What just happened?
He's playing the hippogriffs and then attacked with Wyvern.
Oh, because he just played anything and pings it with a ring.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I mean, look, pack your dispels. Be aware that that projectiles are a real thing. They'll just get you though. Like, right? Like it's the game could have been that Wyvern could have actually caused a lot of problems for JS possibly. Right? Like having to deal with that first.
Yeah.
But the ring is just so strong. I mean, that's actually why I put it in my Templar deck. Just like as that extra way to just kill you once you're at death's door. Just can.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just get the ping in.
Yeah, that's why I bought 3 because they're just that good.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Again, like I'm saying, like obviously we didn't really get to see the Avatar
of Air do its thing.
Well, no, it did do its thing. It's just it still laws and everything in this game, but really cool to see how it can. And like I'm saying, like you can even start doing crazy things like with the Pudge Butcher, right? Like that makes me want to reconsider how I built my Avatar Bear deck because putting the Pudge Butcher in a place that doesn't cause any threat, making your opponent feel good, and then shifting it over with the Avatar, like the concept really excites me. So I'm Yeah, I think we have one more Avatar of Air video coming up.
Yeah, in the near future. So
we'll see if he can redeem. I think it's Jerome playing it again, so we'll see if he can redeem himself and do even more with the Avatar. But anyways, in the meantime,
yeah,
Battlemage, we saw it in person when we played, and we saw it again.
Battlemage, pretty powerful, I'd say. Yeah.
And as a reminder, check the deck lists for sure, because the primer is definitely worth a read.
Yeah, it's
a lot
deep
of effort
dive
went
into
it.
the whole deck tech, so you took some time to really explain everything. So
yeah.
If you're really wanting to understand the deck and strategies, highly suggest looking at it.
Yep. So, all
right.
See you next time.